Spurs.
Should we just start by singing victorious? Well, Artemis 2 launched and Wemby is already out of orbit. We show you full highlights and what it means for the West. Plus, speaking of peeking, the Jays, they're put a beating on Miami last night. It's a big perk. He's going to tell us how much trouble is the rest of the Eastern Conference in. And two of the West's best, they face off tonight in Oklahoma City. Are the Lakers ready to level up, or is this still SGA's conference to control? NBA Today starts right now. So last night, the San Antonio Spurs, they made it official. They've won 15 straight games with Victor Wembanyama in the lineup. And Wemby, he is the first player to average at least 25 points, 10 rebounds, 3 blocks during an individual win streak of 15 games since Shaquille O'Neal when he did it in 1999-2000. That was his MVP season with the Los Angeles Lakers. And while MVP candidates, they're all putting in those best and final arguments, Victor is certainly making a strong case to get some votes here. He became the youngest player ever with 40 points and 15 rebounds in consecutive games. So we mentioned Artemis 2 took flight yesterday, but so did Victor Wembanyama. Let's check out how he went to infinity and beyond here. Perk, DG, Brian in the Bay Area.
Did you just see that? I didn't see him do that before.
We're going to pick this up in the first quarter. Stephon Castle finds Wemby. That connection has been so strong here, Perk.
It has. And look, the disrespect of trying to switch smalls on Wemby, he's taking full advantage of that.
Well, just a few minutes later there, Spurs on the break. Dylan Harper.
We're all smalls to him.
Lobs it up to Wemby, finishing strong. Another look at that one here. And then check this out, Danny. Wemby gets it at the elbow right here. 3 defenders collapse, but he just dribbles through them and stretches for the dunk.
Wow. Yeah, they try to play a zone, man, it don't matter.
Probably got fouled, too.
Again, everybody's smalls.
That's what you call a cheat code there. And then Wembanyama sizes up Draymond Green. We know there's a little beef between those two. He becomes the first Spurs player with 25 points, 10 rebounds, and a half in the play-by-play era. So to the fourth quarter we go. Yeah, get that dirt off your shoulder. Fourth quarter, the Spurs up 13. Wembanyama stretching the floor. Hits the 3 at the top of the key.
I love the balance. Inside out. Big man first with guard skills.
Wemby, he finished this one with 41 points, 18 rebounds. Here's Victor Wembanyama with our friend Scott Van Pelt.
I think that all the greats, that are in the Hall of Fame or that are, in our mind, the best of all time, they have fought and grabbed everything they could grab early on in their career, And if I want to make my spot among the greats, I got to try to not miss any occasion I have to put my name up there.
So let's just take some inventory here. Last night was Wemby's 3rd career game with at least 40 points scored in 30 or fewer minutes, right? This is since minutes were first tracked in 1951-52. Only Steph Curry, Klay Thompson have done that more times. And then when you add those 10 rebounds, Wemby's the only player in league history to have done it 3 times. By the way, all of them have come this season. So, Perk, he's making easy work for himself on the inside. How's he doing it?
Well, it's a lot of, is Wemby going to win the MVP? Is he going to win Most Improved? Is he going to win Defensive Player of the Year? We don't know yet. But the one thing that we do know is that he's the most dominant player in the NBA right now. That's what we do know. And you know why? Because he has found that balance of being a big man first with guard skills. And over the last month, he has found his role in it and has embraced it for us being a screen setter. They disrespect him by putting a small on him, throw it up to the rim. He dominates and finishes well. Last night we saw this. Again, here you go, the 2-man game. Pajemski with the switch, they just throws it up at the rim. Wemby 7-7, he goes and finish. He had 22 of his 41 points in the paint. This is the Wemby that I've been asking for. And if he continues, which he will, to play like this, look at these numbers, it's no game plan whatsoever come postseason time that any coach could put together to stop this man offensively.
I also love that you usually start these segments at the big board by saying, hello, world. But since Wemby is out of this world, you couldn't actually start it that way.
It's his world. I'm just trying to get an apartment.
Well, especially because he had 41 points, 18 rebounds, 3 blocks, 0 turnovers, right, in 29 minutes against Golden State. And, Brian, I was sitting next to you last night as you were watching Victor. What's going through your mind when you see him play?
He had the other day against Chicago, not the best team. He had a double-double in 8.5 minutes.
Sure.
Last night he played Golden State. They were sitting their healthy players for the most part. It wasn't the greatest NBA team ever. He had 20 and 10 in 12 minutes. 20 and 10. That's a career in 12 minutes. His level that he keeps playing at is going up and up and up. And we haven't even hit the playoffs yet.
Right.
And he didn't even play in that many minutes. And so, look, I can't take my eyes off of him.
Yeah.
He's must-see TV. I probably should stay home tonight and watch the Lakers Thunder because it's a very important game.
Yes, it's a good one.
But Victor's in town tonight. And I'm probably going to miss some of that Lakers Thunder game because I'm going over to the Clippers.
You have to drive across.
Because I'm going to watch him play.
Because every night he does something incredible. And Perk, I know you said that there's nothing that anyone can do to stop him. However, there are 29 head coaches around the league right now that are looking at game planning, what they can do to slow down Victor Wembanyama. And tonight it's Ty Lue and the Los Angeles Clippers, Danny. There has to be something.
Spurs fans aren't going to like this, me giving out some of the secrets, but anybody knows playing in the league and playing against certain superstars, it is a team sport. It's a five-man game, and there are ways to slow down one player. The pick your poison thing is, are you going to stop him or let the others beat you? Like, the others are good enough to beat you. So when it comes to Victor Wembanyama, if you look at that Phoenix Suns tape from way back in November, which we haven't seen much of, put a smaller defender on him, get him underneath him a little bit, force a double team, make him pass out of double teams. A lot of guys haven't seen it a lot. It takes time to adjust to that. You know, even playing with Joel Embiid, it took some time to learn how to pass at a double team or find guys on the weak side. He's gotten a lot better, but again, if you throw a double at him, he's an unselfish player. It'll take the ball out of his hands, and it'll make those other guys have to beat you, which they are capable of doing, but it will slow him down.
Perk, remember when me and you were kids in the 90s?
At the same time.
We're in our 40s now. Shaq.
Yep.
Watching Victor dominate like this reminds me of 90s Shaq. Reminds me of the way Shaq, in a different way, obviously. Yeah. Shaq on the interior. He's ripping down backboards left and right. Watching how Victor dominates these games like this reminds me, and kind of unstoppable, and like we've never seen anything like it. That kind of reminds me of like watching Shaq as a Magic.
And Danny, you said back in December?
Like November.
Yeah, the start of the season.
A lot has changed since then.
But again, like my grandmother say, he has an old soul, baby. The maturity level, the growth. See, at the beginning of the season, they were trying to find ways to get him in isolation.
Yeah.
Right? So it was easy to guard him. Now, all of a sudden, it's multiple actions. Up, quick dribble handoffs.
Right.
They running pin downs for him at times. But the most important thing is that he's figured it out. Forget all trying to get in my bag and show the world I could be KD or Jamal Crawford. No, I'm going to set a simple screen. You switch. I'm taller than you. Just throw it up.
There's got to be something, I mean, it's easier said than done besides prayer defense. That Castle-Wemby pick and roll is also so efficient, and they've gotten so good at it that's added a new dimension for what teams have to play.
Yeah, I mean, shout out to Coach Mitch Johnson. He's kind of figured it out as well. Put him in the right position.
He's the coach of the year.
To put him and Stephon Castle and Fox. You got guys like Champagnie, Vassell that can shoot. Keldon Johnson come off the bench. So many threats that it's hard to double him when they can score from the outside.
They have 2 games left, I believe, with the Nuggets. I'm not sure if everybody's going to play every game, but it's almost like, just like the Thunder have 2 games up with the Lakers.
It depends. It depends. If the Thunder lose,
and the 1 seed's up for grabs.
You know, 1 seed up for grabs, I guarantee you they finish.
We got some action here left in the regular season. Is what I'm